Good evening, all.
Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Good evening.
Sorry. Good evening to all the participants. So, welcome to the day 3, session 5. And today I would like to say that our one of our resource persons, sixth session resource person is not available, and another person is been preponed here. So, Dr. T. Shivashankar will be the second resource person today, and today's resource persons will be replacing in his session on Saturday. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. And today, the topic right now is the role of construction drones in improving project efficiency and safety. So, by Dr. N. Sunil. So, Dr. Sunil sir is presently working as an faculty in the Department of Civil Engineering at the GITAM Institute of Technology, Vizag. So he has a vast experience in research and also teaching. So hope we would gather some of his great research work and also his work in the point of drones. And I introduce Dr. Sunil sir. Sir, Dr. Sunil sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if you're, yeah, you can start, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you for your nice words. So thank you. I think most of the people are from faculty. Students are also there. Research
No, sir,
scholars.
only research scholars, students, and faculty, sir. Industrial persons.
Industry persons. Okay,
Yes.
fine, good. So I think yeah, we can start.
Yes, sir,
Thank
we
you for
can
your
start, sir.
thanks for inviting me for this wonderful FTP program, which is conducted on the lines of the theme Industry 4.0 in Civil Engineering. So I appreciate the HOD sir and Anil sir, Shanti Swarup sir, and as well as the Bapatla Engineering Management for inviting me. It's a great opportunity to interact with all the kind of faculty. Yeah, thank you. Is my voice is audible? Sir, is my voice
Yes,
is
sir.
audible?
Yes, it is audible.
It is audible, sir. No problem.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I can share my PPT now. My presentation is visible.
Yes.
Okay. It is on full screen now. Can anybody tell me it is my presentation is fully visible?
Yes, please.
Thank you. So thank
It
you
is
so
in
much.
full screen, sir. No problem.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. So the role of construction drones in improving project efficiency and safety. Okay. So anyone have listened about the drones previously? Like it is used in the construction also. Any idea?
Yes, sir. For the survey purpose, we can use, sir.
Okay.
For the surveys or also for the any for GIS information also we can use the drones, sir.
Okay, very good. So any other applications have you listened on drones?
Like we can extract area and do morphological extractions, 3D mapping, and then elevation, depth extractions,
Right.
and we can do interior. AV, TV, augmented and virtual reality are also getting done using these drones nowadays.
Right. Perfect.
And incorporate
okay, good.
So using these drones.
Also for the high-rise buildings, painting also is done, I have heard. Using drones.
Using drones, painting is done. Maybe, I don't know, I have not listened to it. But firefighting
For
and
the
all,
building inspection also we can use the drones, sir, for the building inspection.
Inspections, yeah, 100% we can use. Yeah. Yeah, good. I think a lot of people have very good knowledge on drones. Yeah. So
Material procurement.
So your voice is not audible.
now it is audible.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah, got it.
Yes, sir.
So I think, yeah. So I think project delays. I think skilled labor is one of the major issue in the construction projects. So it plays a very vital role in most of the projects and all. Okay. And one of the kind of major thing is nothing but project delays and cost overruns. In most of the projects, planning and scheduling and controlling are very difficult to manage because of lot of resources or changing in the drawings, changing in the plans. The cost is also increasing because of I think required productivity is not maintained in the projects properly. Okay. Then safety concerns is, I think safety is one of the major thing. I think lot of accidents are happening in most of the projects and all because of the projects are getting delayed. And in most of the construction sites also PPEs are not using effectively. You know what is PPE? Protection, planning protection equipments and all. Okay. So that is one of the thing. Then sustainability and environmental impact. The government is also concentrating on please reduce the carbon emissions on site, carbon emissions, then reduce the energy on site during the execution of the project, use more renewable energy. And a lot of environmental impacts are causing due to the procurement of materials. I think a lot of things need to be because a lot of waste is also generated into the construction site. You have to manage the waste also during the execution. Material shortage is there in the construction sites. Okay, then quality. I think if you go for most of the projects and all, we have very uh, less time to work for a project. Means schedules are very compressive, and we cannot able to reach the goal which is set by the top management in maintaining the quality and maintaining the progress of the work. Okay, and regularity and compliance issues are becoming high because the designs are not done which able to execute the projects, and plan approvals are also one of the kind of thing. Most of the if you take most of the projects and all, if it is the government projects and all, I think since the government also proper regulation process is not maintained before the project is started, means plan approvals are not done before the project starts because of the lot of issues, maybe land acquisition, lot of things like issues with the setbacks, issues with lot of things. Okay, then technological adoptions. I think nowadays, I think they are using BIM, drones, then IoT, automation into construction. These are one of the kind of digital twin. These are one of the kind of technological adoptions you can make for most of the projects. Then fragmentation of industry. I think we have different discipline people are working in the projects like architects, structural engineers, MEP consultants. Then I think contractors, subcontractors. I think the role of each and every kind of people are different. But to manage very large size projects and all, I think proper coordination and communication is required. That is not managed between all the kind of people in the construction projects. It is one of the major challenging for most of the projects. Okay, so these are the challenges where we can address some of the things in my presentation. Okay, so I think hope the image, the drone. Okay, hope I think you have seen before some of the people. So this is Phantom 4 RTK drone actually. So it is supports PPK also. I'll discuss on what is RTK drones, what is PPK drones. Okay. So before I go with the presentation, just I'll play one video. Why the need to learn about drones? Okay. Hope I think this kind of video have given you a little bit start on how the drones are used in the construction sites by setting up the flight path as well as GCPs, like ground control points, how this kind of volume calculations and area calculations can be made, how you can integrate the total 3D model by capturing the images, some kind of things you understood by what is the use of the drones and all. Okay. Yeah. So coming to the next, the drones are also named as UAVs, so unmanned aerial vehicles. So this is an aircraft that can navigate without a use of a human pilot on board, and sometimes referred to as a drone. Okay. So if you take a flight, for example, it has a pilot to drive the flight. But if you take a drone, it is something like it is operated by remotely by using a human pilot. By I won't say human pilot, we'll call it as an drone pilot actually. Okay, so these advancements in UAE industry is becoming more and more in air that is never before. So I think drones plays a very important role in the construction and other kind of applications and other sectors also. So coming to the parts of a drone, so you'll be having a GPS which is integrated to the system. I think previously some of the people have told me in the session, and it has a propellers that are used to fly the drone, and it has a motor which is inserted to take the drone into at a different elevations. Then it has a front lights and gimbal and as well as camera. Where camera is also fixed to this gimbal where it can be rotated based upon the requirement of the capturing of pictures or a video. And it has a forward movement as well as backward movement. Then it has a intelligent flight battery. It's also called as a how much of the time we can fly the drone. It has a status indicator at what position it is starting, at what position it's again has to come back. Okay. Then it has an infrared sensor which is also built in it. Uh, this sensor is also because drone will be consisting of number of sensors. Each sensor has a different kind of output in using of the drone. Okay, and it has a camera which is linked to the indicators and the link button, and it has a kind of USB port to extract the data after the uh, post processing after the flying of the drone. And this camera chip is also used to it, and it has a downward vision system also to come back to its original position. Okay. So what is the present scenario in the construction industry is nothing but I think if you go for AP and all, lot of big projects are going up, especially coming to Visakhapatnam. We are getting a first international airport in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So they are using drones because it's a big scale project. It has a very longer durations and it has a lot of uncertainties that are faced during the operation of the project. And if you go to the recent times and all, the lot of research work which is done nationally or internationally, also automation of construction actually. I think automation is something like it talks on this BIM, then as well as 3D printing. I think they are using this robots also into the construction for some of the operations. So these are some of the kind of automations that are some research work is done, but practically coming into the field, slowly it is picking its kind of market in using these applications in the construction. And if you take an unmanned aerial vehicles and all, these are some of the kind of things which are used in the constructions for land surveying. Then I think somebody told me it is used for crack detection, then construction logistic management, then asset management, highway asset management, and site inspections. I think if you take all these things, these are can be done by using a drones. Highly, it is important right now because of lot of shortage of resources in our industry. And this is also difficult to monitor, track, and know the status of the project at regular intervals. And it is making its uh, a mark in every construction project. So if you take unmanned aerial vehicles, they are collecting a huge kind of data from the construction projects, and where the data can be processed uh, re- uh, by using a different kind of system. Like if you take a UAV mapping and all, once it is started, then I think UAV first we have to fix the flight path. Then I think we have to capture the images based on the flight path. Then we'll do in a post-processing stage this image analysis, and finally it is ended. So it is a kind of process which is followed in a drone monitoring and as well as uh, a larger construction projects to monitor. If you take all these are does not contain any kind of human pilot. All are UAVs only actually. Okay. So I think in the video they are talking about what is RTK, what is PPK. So RTK is nothing but real-time kinetic, and PPK is nothing but post-processed kinetics. If you talk about real-time kinetic, a satellite navigation technique that improves the accuracy of GPS data in a real time. I think this drone is having an inbuilt GPS sensor which is fixed, so it will try to improve the accuracy. I think in the video also they have told 3 centimeters in accuracy when you are flying a drone, means from the reference point, a distance of height or length or area. If you take any kind of thing, the centimeter distance, we can get that much accuracy by using a drone. A manual measurement compared to a drone measurement. Okay, and if you take the post-processing phase, these kind of drones are recorded a raw satellite data, okay, during the flight, and it has some kind of corrections during the data processing and all. Mostly this PPK drones are used to correct the images in the post-processing stage rather than the before stage. And if you want to change the flight path, it cannot be changed. Why? Because of this kind of model is inbuilt with a lot of satellite corrections during the post processing. And if you go to the ground based stations and all, if you go to an RTK, so it can be corrected based on the flying only. So if you want to change the fly path from north to east or east to west or west to south, we can change in a RTK. But if you go for a PPK, there is no real time corrections can be made during the flight generally. Okay. So this real time corrections while during flying can be made automatically because of we had integrate the satellite sensors with this kind of drone easily. But this kind of PPK drones cannot be satellite sensors cannot be inbuilt into it. So it is very difficult to process the data uh, at a different stages and all. So if you come to this how the images are created. I think when you go for a UAV mapping and all, so it will try to fly the drone at a different heights, okay, at a different elevations, and it will determine some kind of path where it will capture the images, and over it will try to overlap all the kind of images, and it will be compiled to make a 3D model or a 2D model. So that is a use of this AV. Means small pictures has been captured, and it will be used in a post processing stage. Okay, we'll talk about what is post processing also. I think you're talking about in the video you have seen something called GCP. So what is the use of incorporating a JCP? I think if you go for a manual surveys and all, I think you have to establish some kind of RLs, like reduce the levels and all, for a manual surveying what you're going. But when you go for this drones and all, you have to establish GCPs, means ground control point. Why we are establishing ground control points is nothing but to get a very good accuracy, and as well as we have to navigate at what is the kind of latitude and longitude at each and every kind of GCPs. Okay, but if you want to do the survey of the total land, how we are establishing a boundary, like that we have to establish a boundary for to fly the drone by using a GCPs actually. Okay, so GPS is also used in it with a higher accuracy, where the image also can be processed in a post-processing stage. And how these GCPs are used. If you take control points, all the control points, we will fly the drone and image capturing can be done. If more multiple, because drone will capture at a one point thousands and hundreds of photos, but but some kind of photos only can be used to map the total data and make it as a 3D model. Okay, it will try to sense which kind of location, which kind of image need to be taken, and which is used for the post processing. It will try to interpolate. Okay, say how this data can be used is nothing but it will collect manually total kind of data, and where we can result that what is the height we can measure, what is the volume we can measure easily by using a drone with a proper accuracy. Okay, so coming to these are done before the post processing. Now coming to what is 3Ws and 2H. Okay, why post processing is required? Okay, what is post processing? How do this post processing is done? And what are the kind of images are developed during the post processing? And how to interpolate all this kind of data uh, which is taken at the flying time. Okay, coming to the post processing. Before UAVs are used in for the analysis, we need to think about what is photogrammetry. Okay, photogrammetrically processed and translated in an accuracy of 2D and 3D orthomosaics, surface models, and other kind of GIS models. This photogrammetry is nothing but I think when we capture the images in a flying mode, uh, because we'll always try to move the drone at a different elevations. Okay. See, when you take a picture with a zoom in and zoom out, the size is different, and the ratio of angle also will be different. The images, when you zoom, the images may be something you'll get a clarity, but generally I was talking about a manual kind of operations by using a cell phone. If you capture an image, okay, if you zoom it, the picture will be little bit clearly visible. But if you zoom out, the picture will be a little bit compressed. Okay, means the visibility will not be there. But what is the help of the main drones is nothing but if you take at a different kind of sizes at a different zoom out or zoom in, it will try to correct the terrain as well as the size and all these things, and it will try to overlap everything and given a 2D and 3D orthomosaics. Means it will not have any kind of corrections. We can easily make that model, and whatever we require, like outputs like uh, reducer levels, contours, and areas, and other kind of things we can easily relate by using these drones. And you can create a surface models also for all the drones, and other GIS data also you can integrate with this drone. Okay. So I think, if you take a 3D model like this, sorry, it's a 3D model. So if you want to make this old structure capturing all the kind of images, and we can build it. Okay, so I think we can build it easily by using this BIM, like building information modeling. We are using an application called scan to BIM. Okay, for an existing structure also we can make a 3D elevation and a 3D view, and accurately we can measure the height and length and width of the each and every segment. Okay, and coming to this ortho photo and ortho photography and ortho image, both all these are relatively same, and all these kind of photographs are geometrically corrected at a different kind of skills. I think when we take any kind of image, I think every kind of image will have some scale, like 1:100 or 1:200, 1:10 and all. See, when you want to change 1:10 to 1:100, okay, so it is very difficult for a manual operation. But if you go for this drone uh, capturing of pictures and all, it will try to overlap everything and form a image which is not having any kind of distortions and all. Okay, so if you take a map also, it will have a proper kind of scale. If you take at different locations, different size at a different scale, it will try to relate all these things and give a 3D location, 3D map and all. Okay, so what is this post processing? I think when you see with your naked eye, at a certain distance, only you can see the image. After certain distance, you cannot see the image clearly. See, drone is also having some kind of lens where it all depends upon the climate, it all depends upon the distance, it is all depends on the visibility, all these things. If you take a drone captures a large kind of resolution image, because the image should be very, very clear to post process or what kind of output we require. These images are in such a way that they have a proper ground visibility and multiple photos can be taken and different kind of points can be noted at different things. So I think very
Sir,
simple.
sorry
So
to interrupt.
yeah,
Sir, your video, sorry, your slides are not.
lights are not visible.
Yes, sir.
No, no. Hello, Anil sir.
Sir, sir,
I think my sharing was not highlighting any problem.
think sir.
When I am pressing on the sharing, it is not
Sir,
able to highlight. Hello.
let me check.
Yeah, yeah, please. Yeah, now it is. Yeah, highlighting.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, from this I have to start. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So what kind of images are generally used in this post processing means I think drone will capture thousands and hundreds of images, but I think it will try to take only a high resolution image, okay, and to find out the height, elevation, or texture, or a shape, or anything color. Also, we can do the color coding for the images what we have taken, just for our reference, okay. And it also enables to use this interpretation for the future needs and all. Okay. And this is the kind of thing how the images are taken. Okay. How we are running the drone and how it is capturing the images, how we are generating a surface model as well as a 3D model and all. Okay. And what are the types of post processing? One is cloud-based automated processing. I think in the video, what you have observed is nothing but it is cloud-based. Once we take the photos and all, we'll try to upload in our drone software like Pix4D or drone deploy software. It will automatically try to process the data and all. Then local self-processing means it does not require any kind of internet source. By taking the images, we'll try to process without using any kind of softwares like this drone softwares. Okay. And expert processing is something like it is very accurate and can be used for most of the kind of projects with higher accuracy. So if you come to something like what is the kind of stage in post-processing is accuracy, reliability, simplicity, flexibility, turnover time, and cost. If you take a cloud-based in terms of accuracy, it is very less. Why? Because of the software itself will try to do all the things once you upload the images. But if you go to that is very low and all. What means accuracy is also very less. Means in terms of area calculation or height calculations or volume calculations or reference levels, all these things. When you come to the local and self-processing, it is very high because we'll try to integrate at what place we have taken the image, which is having a compatibility and which will have a collage of all the photos to form a big map of 3D. And expert processing is also very high. Okay. So this is also used for softwares, but still it has a higher accuracy because of the reliability and all. Okay. And if reliability wise, if you take cloud-based is very high. It is used in most of the kind of projects for faster things and all. Because if you want to get the data very fast, then you have to go for reliability wise this cloud based. And other two processes are little bit, one is local processing and expert processing is little bit high actually. So simplicity, we can use cloud-based whenever we require and want the data very fast and all. Because if you go for a local processing and all, it is very complex. Why? Because of still the data requirement will be high because we don't get some of the images with a proper clarity, but still it will take more time in the post-processing stage. Flexibility, I think cloud-based is not flexible. Why? Because of everything it is done by him. We cannot get an accurate data what we are expecting. Okay. Then it is very flexible and this is also expert processing is also very flexible. The turnover time is very fast. So if you want something like 10 acres land, like we can do within this cloud-based processing within 1 to 1.5 hours, something like that. But if you go for a local and a self-processing, it will take more time for processing. And if you go for a cost wise, because this is low, why? Because of everything is done by the software. But if you go for a local and expert processing, local processing is very high because you have a very huge data, compiling becomes very difficult, all these things. And expert processing is medium. Okay. So this is one of the case study I want to tell you how it is operated in a real time. A real estate developer requires a survey to be done on a property to get a required outputs. So mostly like this boundary drawing, if you want to make, you can make by using a drone. Contours you can get by using a drones. Then markings can be done easily by using a drones and all. This is a site detail and all. This is in a 3D view. We have to establish first the latitudes and longitudes before we go into the operation. I think total GPS coordinates can be collected like latitude and longitude with a specific boundary in an Excel sheet. Okay. We'll input all this data for the drone remote such that the drone's flight path will be decided how the drone. See, I think this is a boundary need to be surveyed. We want the height, we want the reference level, we want the contour, we want the area, we want latitude and longitude at different levels. All these things we require. So I think we can convert all this data at a different uh, points and fly a drone to capture the image. Okay, and we'll prepare the flight path, what I've told you in the previously. And anything is missed out, I think post processing it will not do and it will not give any kind of image. So you have to be very careful during the flying of the drone and fixing the flight path. Okay. So the workout of this, all the positions based upon the area, we have to decide like how many points has to be there and how the strategy of developing a model. And we'll prepare one kind of points and where the drone has to be flight because proper reference level we have to mark at where the intervals we are taking to get a final output. And this is something like this is a instrument, a sensor and all. It is developed by the Tremble and it will give something like geo coordinates of each and every kind of location. And this kind of equipment is also used in the post processing to make more corrections on site. And if you take a fly path after flying the drone, have you seen lot of images are taken? Some images are used for processing, some images having the clarity is missing. Okay, this kind of images cannot be used for making a 3D model. Okay, even though we have taken lot of images, some images only used for the post processing. Okay, maybe during the movement of the drone also image cannot be captured very fast, or if you really want to capture any kind of images, the drone should be stable at one position to capture the image. In the moment it will not capture the image with a proper clarity actually. Okay, so that thing. And if you take a ground control coordinates in a post processing that is done by a Trimble software, all the corrections can be made. I think for post processing and all, what is the software that is used is nothing but Pix 4D, and it will try to integrate all the images, and it will try to make a model. Okay, we can make a digital surface model, 3D models whenever they require. Okay, so I think after the image, I think if you want to really want the editing of image in the post processing, we can easily edit and we can make the changes for the existing kind of reference points, okay, in a post processing. So what is an advantage of using these drones is nothing but, in most of the cases what you are seeing is nothing but time saving, and it used in the inspections. We can get all these things within a lesser time, and the cost reduction also can be there. Why? Because of like manpower. If you go for a manual kind of survey, we require a lot of manpower to make the area calculations or volume calculations. By using this drones and all, extensive manpower reduction will be there. Equipment cost also can be significantly reduced, and it enhances the proper safety. If you want to really go in a different locations and work in a drones and all, it is easy, but human cannot go. If you go for a forest or rivers or a dams and all, it is very difficult to do the survey. So if you go by these drones and all, it has a higher accuracy, and higher accuracy can be maintained. Why? Because of it has a sensor, like sensors like LiDAR, light detection ranging. This is used for the higher accuracy and the light. To get an image with a higher accuracy, this LiDAR is used. This RTK GPS, I told you, no, it is this RTK drones are having a very high central centimeter precision in capturing of the data. And real-time monitoring and real-time decisions can be taken by using this aerial images and the videos by the different people in the construction to decide what has to be done in the next planning or in the controlling phase. So I think these are some of the applications. Like very soon, I think the governments want to use this UAVs in order for municipalities also to check the lands permissions they are given or not, whether they are constructed as per the uh, plan approval, what is done, and what they have constructed. And e-governance can be made very easy. If you want to make a tax and all, if you want to pay a fine and all, manually going and inspecting not required. By using this drone, we can get a higher accuracy. Because manually calculating, maybe some mistakes may happen. But if you go for a drone, the accuracy is high. It is easily to monitor. The documentation also becomes very easy. I think, AP government, if they are giving any land, they are doing geotagging and all, actually. So I think it is very easy for most of the kind of top management and the government stakeholders by using drones to for taxation or revenue purposes and all. And you can see that what is mapped and what is actual, that is constructed easily. And their drones are used in this railway tracks also. Why? Because of I think any kind of gaps are there between the fish plates and the anything can be monitored easily by using a drone, because the capturing of images will be high. I think general application like volume calculations and because lot of materials will be arrived into the site, but it is impossible to measure the quantity of the material which is dumped onto the site. Maybe drone is having little bit accuracy. We can measure with the volumes and all. I think one more application is something like nowadays in most of the other countries, they are using drones for disasters also. Actually, to predict the disaster, to predict the post-disaster, we can use the drone before itself. Actually, I think we'll be getting different kind of sources, some information from the satellite, like this oceanography and other kind of disaster management institutes. Based on that, we can directly predict what is an amount of damage, okay, easily by using a drone. So this is also one of the major applications where our Indian government is also driving through predict the drones in various areas. And I think drone is also having a thermal sensor. We can use a different kind of sensor but to know what is the kind of this panels, these are solar panels and all. To know what is an input and output of an each and every panel also can be measured without going to the site and check generally manually. This is also we can make a 3D model and capture the things, and we can get a higher accuracy by using this digital image, the thermal imaging cameras and all. And next is, I think, for structural health monitoring also they are using drones actually. So it ensures an infrastructure safety and longevity very easily. And this kind of bridges and buildings are more critical because of after some ages and all, there is a proper inspection that is required. But manual inspections are taking a higher cost and higher risk. And safety is also one of the major concern when you are testing the structural strength and knowing the residual life of the building or a bridge. And this safety and longevity is also one of the major concerns and all. Okay. And what is a major problem if you go for US or other countries and all, they have a proper kind of standards. Even India is also having a proper standards for doing the structural inspections. I think if you go for repair and upgradations, I think there is a very huge investment need to be pumped up for knowing the structural strength of the buildings or any other structures and all. And the cost is around going very high because of close monitoring is required. And the lot of risk is there. What is the risk is nothing but it is a more time consuming factor. So manually you require a lot of people to know the strength, nature. It's more time bound things and all when you're going with structural health. This drone based structural health monitoring is one of the kind of inspection can be done to detect the cracks, like structural cracks, like major cracks or minor cracks or facial cracks, we can easily identify. And corrosion also, we can also predict by using IoT sensors or other kind of sensors also. And spalling is also can be made. And thermal imaging is also another thing where it has intrusion of water when you're working in a water, what is the intensity of the hit of the water onto the structure and where it has an effect of structural failure or something also can be measured. And this LiDAR is also used for scanning a 3D model. We can develop a 3D model also. How we have seen previously by using a drone, how to create a building model of an existing structure, we can make using a this model. And sensors, coming to the sensors, it all depends on what type of sensor for capturing the images. And if you go for a thermal sensors and all, the variation between the surface and the camera will be degrees of 0.1 degree centigrade. And the LiDAR accuracy is very high. It will be around 5 for a 3D mapping. And the AI is also driven. We can also use this augmented reality, virtual reality, and digital twins to predict the model, how it behaves for the future, actually. So this is one of the case study which is done in US. Like it's a time consuming factor where manual operations are time consuming, where drone operations can be made with a lesser time. And the cost also can be saved up to $10,000 per inspection cycle. And safety is also can be maintained. I think you not require any kind of scaffolding equipments and all. Since if you want to test the building height at a different heights and all, you require scaffolding pipes to climb and test the strength. But a drone does not require any kind of those kind of things where some safety is also there who is working and testing the equipment. And same. So early cost 74. So I think 75% you can save the cost reductions and safety improvements can be made significantly by using a drone. And turnover time is also saved by using these drones and all. Just I'll play one video. I think this is a structural inspection which is done at NTPC Vizag. I think chimney. Okay, so just I'll play. This is a post-processing phase where we used a PPK drone. We have used Phantom 4 RTK, but it is in the post-processing because it is supports RTK as well as PPK. Have you seen some kind of portions you are getting in a green color? Okay, those portions are nothing but the cracks. Those are inspected, and we can do the volume calculations. What is the stage of the crack? How much corrosion attack is there on the crack? Also, we can use by using a drones actually. Okay, so this is playing a very important role in the future. I think you can predict the future status of the structure also itself by using a drone actually, tentatively. Okay, so residual life also you can measure by using a drone. This is also one of the things in most of the constructions they are using this structural health monitoring also actually. Okay, and engineering inspections are also can be made. I think this is a kind of structure. This is a viaduct with a two kind of spans, and it has a highway bridge of 521 meters length. It is in Italy, where we have captured in the top by using a top surface drone where we are running. 1398 aerial images have been captured by using a drone to make a 3D model. And if you go below the duct, we have captured around 1932 images are allowed to make a inspection actually. This is not done by us. I have taken some of the case study and I'm presenting to you actually. Like if you can make a BIM model, maybe if you want to do structural changes or modifications of any structure during some time, what is the damage that is done from the construction stage to the after 50, 30 years, what is the damage and life? Also, we can predict by using this BIM model also. Okay. So this is a kind of model. This is an existing structure. I think we have captured the total images by using a drone and made a 3D model. Okay.
For any design or renovation project, you need to capture existing conditions. But traditional methods of surveying are painful, time-consuming, and tedious. Multiple trips to the job site and manual capture methods can lead to schedules overrunning and base information that's often incomplete or inaccurate. And inaccurate data costs time and money. Fortunately, reality capture is changing the way we survey. It's a process that captures, measures, and maps millions of surface points to build a textured, high-resolution, precise 3D model of your site. You'll be able to scan quickly and accurately, making it easier to survey, plan, renovate, and construct new buildings or infrastructure. You can scan sites faster and easier than ever before using reality capture. With Recap Pro, we've simplified the steps so anyone can use it, whether you're a beginner or a specialist. Kickstart your project with reality capture in 3 steps. First, gather detailed data using LiDAR or photogrammetry technology. A camera mounted to a drone or a laser scanner can scan the site in hours, not days. Some laser scanners are now small and light enough to carry in a backpack, and they continue to reduce in cost. Next, Recap Pro automatically registers, cleans up, and analyzes the data. The end result is a point cloud, or mesh, that is ready to use with CAD and 3D modeling software. Finally, once you've imported the data, you're ready to start designing. working with information that's up to date and accurately represents real-world site conditions. Reality capture is a simple, time-saving method for capturing and converting site information into accurate 3D models. Design and build with confidence.
Hope I think this kind of video have given you the picture. So existing structures also we can make a 3D model. We can measure accurately the length, width, and height, everything actually. So I think some of the structures they want to modify. So manually taking the measurements and building the model, it will be very time consuming process. Maybe this is lesser time consuming with a proper kind of output we can make as it is as a physical model. Okay. And one more is application is nothing but since our concept is on how the construction monitoring is done and reported using this UAEs as nothing but see if once starting we'll always for a bigger kind of projects we'll do what is the concept and what is the scope of detailed drawings are made in a 2D. Okay. And some elevation also will be preparing for the plan approvals, all these things. Then I think, to get a clear picture how the physical model will be there, we'll be creating a virtual model in by using a BIM tools. Okay. Then what is a construction sequence? So which kind of part need to be constructed? How to plan the schedules? How to give a specifications for each and every element what we are constructing. This is a general traditional process that is followed. Okay, for most of the kind of operations for any project. Okay, coming to the drones. Okay, so the various stages of this construction projects are demonstrated by 3D. So this is the first stage. You have to construct the foundation. Second stage, you have to construct the plinth beam. And third stage, like that sequence of operations will try to capture the images and show to the people this is the stage how we have able to do the project. But what drones will do is nothing but drone after construction and all. Okay. So we'll always try to compare with this is an existing 3D model we have developed. Okay. By using a BIM software. Okay. When you compare the drone image, means this is an existing kind of structure which is built, and this is a in a plan stage. By using photogrammetric tool, we'll try to compare the physical model with a virtual model which is built in BIM. This kind of model is captured by using a drone actually. How to convert the drone data to a 3D model also we can make by using this easily. When if you come to the comparison wise between a BIM model and a drone model, okay, see if you take for example length of the structure, it is uh, 56,480 in a BIM model. BIM model is something like the model which is prepared before the construction starts. Okay. So these drone images are nothing but it is taken during the construction of the project. So have you seen the accuracy level? Okay. So almost all it is 30 less. That's it. Okay. This is 56,480. This is 56,450. Also, we can with the every schedule. Like I'll give you one example. Like see, this is an isometric view. This is a planned view. This is an elevation. We can compare all these three things by using planned schedule versus on-site progress. Okay, that can be done by using a drones. So based on that, we can think that what stage we are there. So we are overhead the schedule, we are behind the schedule, we are over budgeted or under budgeted. Easily we can do a comparison. Okay, virtually. So because manual things you miss out, some kind of errors will be there in the updating the information in your Primavera or MS project and all. But a virtual comparison will give you a better kind of percentage of things. And one more, see, this is an example like we are comparing between a BIM model window schedule with an existing drone images. Okay, what is the percentage of each and at what level the window positions are completed and say I think when you go for an on-site, lot of corrections will be there in an on-site. Okay, maybe at a 3 meters level, we have to construct a sill level uh, for a window, for example. But we are constructing at 3.1, 3.2. That kind of error can also be noted down, and we can compare with the existing with this drone models and all. Okay. So how much percentage of activities are completed, which activity is not completed, we can always compare. This will give a better kind of visualization for the people to know the progress. Okay. And what after doing all these comparisons, what is the final result is nothing but we can do a cost saving. Okay. What is the difference we have find it out from the BIM model versus drone model? Cost comparison or cost saving. And schedule also, we can also think of what is a preparation we can make to improve the progress of the project, and what is a kind of high quality designs, because quality is very important. I think when I was telling you on the challenges in drones and all, the quality is one of the major constraint, because less time, because times are wasting, productivity is missing in the project. So quality is also neglected at some or the other kind of positions. By using these comparisons, we can make a clear kind of things. And completed projects must be more closely aligned with the design intent or not. We have to check. That is one thing. What is if you go for a bigger scale projects and all, after when the project is completed, if any changes are made in the execution phase, again we have to release something like has-built drawings. Actually, by using the drone images and all, we can easily build an as-built drawings. Again, no need to do all the corrections. Again, make a model. All these things will take a very huge time. Actually, where the time-consuming process also can be saved, because cost also can be saved automatically. And BIM is used for safety also, actually. So I think drones are used for safety. So actually, for making safety measurements in on-site construction, we'll try to make scaffolding things, how the scaffolding has to be laid by using a rivet like BIM tools and all. Then I think how should we walk? What is the walk of the people and what is the height should be maintained in the projects. Then I think you see the construction site where the aggregate has to be dumped, where the crane has to be, where the this procliners has to be there, where the cranes has to be there. All the site management, site logistics are planned before the project is started. Okay. When you do a comparison with the drones and all, by using the sensors also in within the kind of every person, we can think that if he is removing the PPE kit, we can easily monitor by using this drones also and all. So virtually we have to design everything. Then on site we have to compare everything, and what is the safety, what is things are missing in the site, we can easily identify. Because minute things are generally most of the sites are neglected, but it will have a very huge impact on the cost and time of operations. Okay. So AR and VR digital twins we can make by using this BIM tools and all. And drones are also used in the agriculture. So I think during COVID and all, I think most of the farmers are not able to move really into the agricultural lands to monitor the crop health. I think this drones are also can be used for monitoring the health of a crop also. Actually, it's very easy. And what are the major challenges and limitations of using these drones is nothing but I think there is a kind of regulatory body in India like DGCA, like District Directorate General of Civil Aviation in India. They have a certain rules that you can fly the drone, okay, up to a height of 120 meters, means 400 feet. Okay, that too in a non-flying zone. In a flying zone, you cannot fly the drone. You have to take a permission from the civil aviation, local authorities like police, all these people. If you go for a US and all, I think it is Federal Aviation Administration in US. They are also having a certain regulations and all. I think in the Navy operations, all these things, the drones cannot be flight actually. Okay, and I think weather conditions are also important. I think what is the big challenging is nothing but you cannot fly the drone in rain or wind or those operations are not preferred. Why? Because it will damage the drone as well as the sensors and the inbuilt ladders also into the drone. Okay, and the battery life is very less. Generally, battery life is very less because it all depends on the payload criteria, how much time it has to fly. If you increase the payload of the uh, for a drone, I think your operational time also can be increased. So general drones, mostly the flying time is around 20 to 40 minutes. And the data management can be done easily because huge data of images can be captured and stored and processed and also analyzed at different intervals of time. And a skilled operator is also needed to operate the drone. We have to take the drone license as well as the pilot who is flying the drone. So drone pilot. Okay. So these are some of the kind of challenges and limitations of using drones. And thus adopting this kind of technique will always be a time saving and cost saving process. Yeah, that's it. I think it's very simple since I think I made it very simple and application oriented. So any queries are there, we can take up. Yeah, that's it. I think, I think you have understood. Any questions? Please, you can unmute and we can take up the questions. My, is it audible? Hello, Anil sir?
Sir,
Yes, sir, it is
audible.
audible.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you can post the questions in the chat box also. Anything is fine. Anil sir, you can read it out or otherwise they can unmute and they can talk. No problem. Yeah.
With the help of, good evening, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Good evening, sir. Yeah.
So with the help of the remote area, the water pollution and estimation, which method is suitable for the IoT, sir?
Means I cannot, the clarity of question I've not understood properly. Can you repeat again? Hello?
Are you getting my voice, sir? Are you
Yeah,
getting my voice, sir?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Please.
Yeah, yeah. The remote areas, I want to measure the pollutant water. Which method, which type of IoT sensors are used for measuring the pollutant area, pollutant water?
I think, sir, I cannot tell you. I'm not an expert in sensor actually. Maybe you can sit
Okay,
with something like people like ECE people. So I think they will
okay,
give you a better kind of information on which sensor is used for which kind of output we require, actually. So otherwise, I have some
okay,
kind of contacts with our GITAM one faculty. Recently, last year, they went for this summit and they got some awarded ECE people. Like I think last year, I think AP have conducted a drone summit actually in the last year where Chandrababu
okay,
Naidu
okay,
after
sir.
post elections and all. So that kind of faculty is
Yeah,
working on the drones with sensors and all. Maybe I'll connect to you, sir. You can contact me. I will connect him to you. Maybe you can ask. Yeah. Any other
okay.
questions?
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Any questions in the chat box? Yeah. If you want my details and all, you can contact me or you can mail me. Okay. So I'll answer to your queries uh, whenever you are having any kind of doubts in this area. Yeah. Okay. So you can take a screenshot or you can take a picture of my details. Yeah. Anything is fine. Hmm? even for Bhogapuram International Airport, and also I think they are using these kind of drones for monitoring the project progress as well as safety and all. I think national highway projects and all, Nitin Gadkari have done a mandate that all the national highways, upcoming national highways, they have to be submit their reports by using a drones only. Actually, drones are used very high in national highway logistics and all. Actually, to release the bills or to know it and all, because the government is very clean actually. And all the kind of central government projects, they have done a mandate that they have to develop a BIM model, and they have to monitor the total project by using this drone actually, because they won't make for a smaller projects, but definitely they'll make for a bigger projects as mandatory actually, because a
Hello.
lot of complexity is there. So that's why, yeah, something. Yeah, sir, tell me, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, Mr. Sunil. Hello.
Yeah, sir, tell
So
me, sir.
regarding 1 minute. Regarding this type of the study, if you recommend any changes in the BTech syllabus, especially in the surveying subject, if you already some part of you add the drones, but it is not it is also surveying part is also fundamental, sir. Chain surveying, if all you
Correct.
think total station survey. But
Correct, sir. It has
if
to be
you
upgraded.
add this type of the new technology, any recommendation to change the syllabus of the BTech curriculum?
Yeah, sir. Definitely. I think in GITAM, we have changed and incorporated some of the kind of drone survey experiments also in our lab. Actually, we have purchased 2 drones actually, and we have made a significant change in our syllabus also by using a drone. Maybe we can talk on a basic applications like flying a drone and calculating the area, flying a drone and measuring the volume calculations. These are small things we can make in our curriculum actually. Elevation also we can make it. I think making a 3D model, it is very tough, sir. But small experiments you can definitely incorporate in your syllabus. Hope you got it, sir. Hello.
Okay, okay.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Any questions in the chat box, Anil, sir?
No, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your
Thank
good
you. I think.
session.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. If anything is there, they can catch me in LinkedIn also. I'll be available with Dr. Sunil Nandipati. So yeah, we can also have some collaborative interactions for the incorporating a new technology in our daily practices also. Yeah. Yeah. This
Okay,
is
sir.
very, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can log out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
So the second resource person will be joining in a couple of minutes, sir. So I'll be intimating you with a short.